Live streaming is on.
Streaming ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೇಳಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. Hello. Good morning, everyone. How you are doing? I hope you all had your breakfast. So it's quite hot here. Please don't mind. My face may not be looking quite good. So I think things are fine there. I hope you are able to hear me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm getting a lot of good morning messages here. So just if you're fine with my audio and video, just give me S there. We are ready to ready. We'll give a ready there. So we can start. Give ready. Type ready there. Hello, sir. Hello. Are you all fine? You're able to hear me properly? Yes. Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, fine then. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of ready and this. So I hope you all are doing well. There is audio. Sorry for that. I'm connected in many ways. So don't bother about my looks. So I hope I'll be trying to deliver you things in a better way. So as we all know that yesterday we spoke about completely about presentations and all that. So today it's an opportunity to try to get into sessions of digital classrooms. We will try to know something about digital classrooms. What are the different types of digital classrooms we have, and which digital classroom would be better for us to use, and how many different type of free digital classrooms are available. Because it's always a question mark that what is the money that you're supposed to pay. Let me not say that it may not be the same problem with everyone, but there is a problem that institutions are not yet ready to pay directly into the digital classrooms unless they have a proper information about it. That problem is there. So let's accept that. So since we have that problem with us, what we can do is we will go with a proper trial. So once we have a good trial from our side, then we can give a proper report to the faculty, means college management and all that, and they would be taking another step in giving us a digital classroom in future. So as you all know, in this time need, because of this COVID-19, we all are there in the situation of using a digital classroom, however. So maybe by the end of this year or by the end of next academic year, we would be able to find out that most of the colleges will implement digital classrooms in every college, right? So are you all ready to go in now? So let me just start sharing my screen. I hope we'll enjoy. So here we are. So y'all are ready for this? So how many of you think digital classroom is important? So if you feel that digital classroom is important, just type DC in the comment section. Type DC in the comment section if you are feeling that digital classroom is important. So there are people who say that analog or regular classroom was always fine. We were okay with that and all that. But if I say some of the features that I'm going to tell you today, you would really feel that digital classroom is important. I'm not speaking about online teaching. Please remember digital classroom. So it's just a kind of assessment program we have here, which makes our work a bit simple. So how many of you feel that digital classroom is helpful? Because we can reduce our the complexity of work. We don't have to sit in front of a page, taking a red pen, tick on everything, write some marks, total it by ourselves, take the average later, add it to some other marks, and then give the proper result. So these things are quite like, it's time consuming, right? We can spend good time in preparing a nice slide. So we saw that yesterday, right? Because once we prepare a slide, we will be able to have that preparation or that data with us for the lifelong. We will not lose it. But if you start doing this mathematical work or your statistical works or your office works with respect to your teaching, you will not get that data again tomorrow. You will not use it again. Maybe the Excel sheet would be helping you out with many things, but entering the marks into an Excel sheet or many different softwares would be a complex work. So we will not be able to see that, like, we'll have a problem of going with doing a lot of manual work. We spend a lot of time doing statistical works and all. So using this digital classroom platform, we will be able to reduce that. So that's a specialty that we have with respect to the digital classroom. So when we are going with that, we can have an opportunity to go for what the usage of the other one. Like I'll just turn on my camera. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Yeah. So we were supposed to go with this option. The digital classrooms will help us in reducing those complexities. And it will also give a flexibility for us. We'll be able to reach out to student wherever he is. And it is not like you are supposed to submit the assignment within 4 o'clock. You can tell them that by the end of the day, they can submit it anywhere. Because in today's life, we find a smartphone in the hands of a kid who is almost like 7 or 8 years or less than that somewhere. So we are able to handle all those things, and they are very much intelligent than us. They are able to handle a software. They are able to put proper videos properly. They are able to do assignments, everything very properly by using a smartphone. That's a specialty that we are going to use here, right? So, so first of all, welcome. I hearty welcome to everyone who are here. Thank you for your support and for being here with us in having a proper platform and sharing some of our knowledge. And all your comments in the last day or yesterday was considered, and we have come up with a lot of different solutions with respect to technical issues. I hope things are fine right now. If there is any glitch in between, I think you people know that the time between like 12 to 12:30, it's a very peak time, and we can say that every company or every industry, they are trying to be online during those days, having a meet or something like that, any discussion or something like that. So this data problem is there at 12 o'clock every day. So I have heard about that. So if you find any problem like that, please let me know. I'll come back with the procedures, whatever I did, and I'll try to explain it again for you all. And other way around, if there is a problem from our end also, please give us there some 2 to 3 minutes during those time. We'll be able to resolve the problem and get you some other solution, and we'll come back very sure. Okay. So I think we are ready to start now. So all are ready. I think all are energized. We are just waiting for some more. Like we have confirmations of 300 to 350 at least participants out here. So we can just give 2 minutes in the introduction time. I think we'll be able to have them with us. So first of all, a hearty welcome to you all. On behalf of Diksoochi, myself Ullas. So I'll be taking up the session for this day. So this session will be speaking completely about a digital classroom. So it is not one digital classroom, I would say. I will go with multiple digital classrooms, and there are a lot of different digital or online services that are available for us to use during our digital classroom and also during online lectures. Not just online lectures, I would say, like even while doing your analog regular Blackboard teaching, you can use a lot of different simple softwares wherein you can keep your students engaged. You can ask them like, answer this quiz right now. You open it by using you have a phone in your hand, complete a topic in your Blackboard. Once you're done with the complete Blackboard teaching, what you do is you take out your phone, you just enable the quiz, say that you have got 15 minutes, answer the quiz. So whatever that you taught, you will be able to understand whether they are capable of capturing that knowledge, whatever you are trying to deliver. If suppose you find something is not fine there, then next time whenever you are planning for a session, then you can plan it in a different way. You can reduce the complexity, or you try to give a different approach or something like that. So all these things will help you in making sure that the lectures are delivered very properly, and your lecture becomes more efficient. You will be able to analyze, you will be able to read minds of students, because in today's generation, it's very hard for us to read the mentality of students, because their mentality is always different. It's always fluctuating. And the first thing that I would like to tell you is that a survey has said that this generation, whatever the generation that we have seen, like the birthday year from 1999, 2000, 2001, and all that, their concentration period on any job is maximum of somewhere around 11 to 12 minutes. That's all. That means they can concentrate on anything only for 11 minutes or 12 minutes. That's all. If you try to indulge them in any of the things for more than like 12 minutes or 11 minutes, then they will not come to you. They'll divert themselves into something else. So this kind of digital classrooms, bringing something in between rather than your regular class teaching, would help you all in keeping them connected with you all the whole time that you are taking the session. Let's see what all we have. So today we have an agenda. We have started with learning something about digital classroom, which is the need of time. And then we will try to know about what all the different multiple digital classrooms are available with us. So I'll give a small introduction of each of them, but we will not go in depth of everything, because I'll go with some which are very free and we are quite flexible and which are easy for us to use. It's just my own experience. I'm just adding a disclaimer here. It is not that everybody should go with the same thing. It is like my own experience of going with different digital classrooms have given me more efficiency with respect to my own work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you those kind of digital classrooms here, but it's not that you cannot use any other classrooms. You're always welcome to use any digital classroom which you are comfortable with. But here you can just go with, I'll go with two different classrooms as said yesterday, right? Then we will also learn about simple features of digital classrooms. It will be a demo. I'll go get into the classroom in the screen share, and I'll tell you how do we get into the classroom, what all the features we have, how do we use them, access them, how can we connect students, how can we connect parents, how can we get connected to parents, how the communication between all three of us goes, and how are we able to assess things. So all these things we will see here with respect to the digital classroom, a small demo. Then the last point that we'll be speaking is about benefits of using a digital classroom. So I'm going to tell you a lot of benefits using a digital classroom. As I started the session with, we'll be able to reduce our manual work. We'll be going to reduce our correction time or entering marks into some file, calculating an average, finding out the result, categorizing students with respect to their marks, giving some different assignments for those people, taking extra class for all of them. So these things can be easily done by using this digital classroom. So let's get in. So what are the expectations that we have from this session now? Because it's always important, right? So when I say there is we are supposed to speak about this, there is some expectation. So what is the expectation that we have from this session? The first thing that we'll be able to do out of this session, so after completing this session, what we'll be able to do. So we will be able to enable ourselves with respect to available technologies so that we can reduce our assessment complexities. Means assessment complexity as said, calculating a marks, finding a marks, giving a marks, writing it for the whole day. So all those things are there. But one thing that I would just like to add here, so this doesn't mean that you don't have to do valuations and all. You have to do it. But the point is that you may not have to write things into a column properly, add them and write the total marks, enter that total marks into a register. From that register, you enter it into a computer. Then you calculate the average. So those, whatever the procedure that you have, a big procedure, that can be easily reduced. That's a specialty that we have with this. So the next thing that we'll be speaking is enhancing the quality of learning and teaching. Through this digital classrooms, we will be able to enhance the quality of learning and quality of teaching. Why? How do I say that? We'll go on looking into all those things. Like as I said, like being in a class, we will be able to ask them what is the status of understanding there. We'll give a small quiz, or we'll give a small poll there and all that, and we'll try to understand what is actually going on in their minds. And these things can be easily handled. The next thing is improve the efficiency and effectivity. Means efficiency means, as I said, we can spend time of doing all those assignments or assessments. We can put it here in preparing nice slides, make it look very nice, make it attractive. And you can also do this all this time, whatever that you have spent doing assessments. You sit in front of a laptop, record a video, put it in YouTube, just sell your videos. That's not a problem. So however you're giving all those videos to your students also, then you can just like maybe for a limited time, maybe for that year, for that semester, you keep your videos under unlisted or specifically for your students. After after a semester or a year, then you will be able to launch it publicly, and you will be able to like reach out to people who are there all around the world. So YouTube is one of the best platforms to share your knowledge, and you are able to earn through that. So if your knowledge is very nice, you will definitely see people coming to you, and you will be able to earn through that. So that's a specialty we have, right? So the next thing that we'll be speaking is about make way for ACE. So this is what we said. Accessibility becomes easy, and you are able to handle things with respect to any time that you are free. So it is not like that you have to sit in front of students only between 9 to 10. And then after 10, you will come and start evaluating the assignments. So after 11, after 10, you will start preparing for the classes for the next hour. So these things can be reduced. So you can prepare to class, and then you can go to class and reduce, means you do that. But in the time of assessments or doing any other paperworks and all, since we have reduced by using the technology, you can use it for different work. So enable some quizzes, because it will not take much of your time. You can I'll just give you a demo, then you will understand. So those things will not come here. So what are the other expectations that people would have? What are the things that we have? We have a professor who has spoken to us about this, and he wants to interact with you all. And this interaction, I think he is he is Dr. K. Shivaprakash. So he is my guru. I have always followed him for a very long time, and he is the person through whom I have come here for teaching field. So let's just listen to him, and we'll come back. It's just for 5 minutes. That's all. So this is Mr. K. Shivaprakash. I hope you will enjoy this video.
Hello everyone. Myself Shiva Prakash from NMAM Institute of Technology, NITTE. I'm very thankful to Mr. Ullas and his team for providing me this opportunity to present before you a few points on digital learning. To start with, let us first see what digital learning is. Let us start with the basic definition of digital learning. Digital learning is nothing but learning through technology. Unlike traditional learning or education system, where we are confined to classroom learning environment, in case of digital learning, we will be using the technology that is available so as to inculcate a good learning process amongst students. Having said this, digital learning does not just imply online teaching or e-learning processes, although they are a part of digital learning systems. It is beyond that. We can have this digital learning possible in today's life as we are equipped with more sophisticated communication technologies. Let us now compare the traditional education with the digital learning platform. If I start comparing our traditional conventional classroom teaching with the teaching involving digital techniques, we can list out a few advantages of digital learning over conventional learning. At the same time, we have a few drawbacks as well. To start with the advantages of digital learning over conventional learning process, in digital learning, students can learn in their own pace. The classroom environment in most of the times is heterogeneous. There will be students of different categories studying in the same class. So the pace in which they prefer learning or the time taken by each student to grasp a particular concept is different for different students. Digital learning enables this so that the student can learn in his or her own pace. This is one of the major advantages of digital learning systems. It makes students smarter. They learn to use the modern digital tools to access to the information. It also makes students more accountable because the system is no more teacher-centric. It becomes student-centric more of a kind. So students will be more accountable as well, like teachers. So it will certainly enhances the teaching learning process. However, I cannot say that digital learning is a replacement to traditional conventional classroom teaching. Okay, so it can be used as an add-on to our conventional traditional teaching, although it may not completely replace our classroom teaching. One of the important aspects in conventional classroom teaching is that students will also learn the social behavior. That parameter is missing in digital learning, although there are methods to incorporate that as well. But the way in which the student mingles amongst his classmates and learn in a classroom environment will give a certain input on his social learning behavior as well. That is what we will going to miss in digital learning. Having said this, we will consider the advantages of digital learning, and we'll try to see how this can also be incorporated along with our normal classroom teaching so as to make this teaching learning process more effective. I have tried to list out a few techniques that are being used in any digital learning environment. To list a few approaches, we have e-learning, where the students can enable their learning process through the internet. It can be e-resources or the EduSat classes which are being offered by most of the universities. Secondly, we can have flipped classrooms where students used to learn through video lectures at home and they try to solve assignments in the classroom. And the teacher will be facilitating the process of solving the assignments in the classroom. Okay, so it is called a flipped classroom because the role of a student is flipped in home and the classroom. So it is becoming increasingly popular nowadays. One more approach could be virtual labs, wherein the students can experience the lab setup virtually through their computer, wherein the students can even have access to the hardware equipment that are available in the remotely located labs, and they can even have a control over them. We have open educational resources like MOOCs or NPTEL courses, Coursera courses, and so on. Then blended learning could be a possibility, wherein we can have the combination of traditional or conventional teaching approaches along with the digital learning setup. Okay, so this is just a few of the approaches that I have listed here. There are many more such ways to inculcate digital learning process in education.
To conclude, I should say digital learning is becoming increasingly popular. That too, in the present scenario where the teaching process has to take place from a distinct place, digital learning could be the most optimal solution.
These are a few references that I have used during the preparation of this presentation.
Thank Mr. Ullas and his team for this opportunity. I'm very sure that you will all going to get a lot of inputs and information from the team during this webinar. I wish you all a very happy learning. Thank you very much.
So this was my guru. So I have been following him for a very long time. So I think the information that was given by my guide was quite important with respect to the session that we are taking up in this session right now. So I hope these points, whatever that we have considered, are very, very much important with respect to the operation, whatever that we're going to learn. So how many of you think that the points that were specified by my guru were relative? So you can just give a small comment relative in the comment section so that I can understand. And we would say that that would be very much useful. And behalf of all of you, I thank Dr. K. Shivaprakasha sir, who is a professor at NMAMIT College, Janite. And he is my guide also for my research for PhD. And he is one of the wonderful motivator for me. And I have been following his own steps with respect to the profession that is my teaching profession. So if things were relative, if you feel like relative, please put relative in the comment section. Useful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm getting a lot of things. So behalf of all of you, I think my guru is also live. Maybe he is there somewhere. He would be watching the videos. So we can just say thanks to Dr. K. Shivaprakasha. So I'll just thank you for the responses. I can see a lot of you sending relative. Nice. Okay. Thank you so much. So I'll try to add him to the session right now. So maybe we'll be He'll be able to see us all. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm getting some requests. Just a minute. Fine. So we'll come back now. So we'll be speaking about digital classrooms now on. So what do you mean by a digital classroom? First of all, digital classroom is not like your online teaching. So we will remember that. We will try to differentiate those two things. So digital classroom is not like you will have all your students in front of you trying to do something in front of them, like speaking and trying to have a reaction from them. All these things will not come up there. So what we're going to do here in digital classroom is we will try to deliver lectures through some online platforms. Yes, of course, if suppose we are supposed to do something like this today, we don't have students in our college. We may be in the college, but we don't have students in the college. So if that is the case, then what we will do is we'll try to have them virtually, and we'll try to conduct a session. So when we're doing this, with respect to this, the problem is we will not be knowing that how efficiently the other person from the other end is trying to listen, right? You have to go with the kind like this, what I'm doing right now. I'm asking you to type something in the comment section, and I'll try to have a small reaction or interaction with you all through that. But it's a very big problem. You cannot expect your students to turn on cameras and always sitting in front of you, listening to you, noting down things and all. And you will not be even accept that the place where they are and what situation they are and all that. Because when we leave them free, it's very hard for them to gather back into the classroom sessions, online sessions and all. That's my own opinion. It's not like you should not use it. If you're quite comfortable, you can do it. So there are some colleges who have made some set of restrictions and rules and regulations. By using those rules and regulations, they are able to conduct good online lectures also. But the problem with that is you're not able to achieve completely like 100%. That problem is there with everyone. So that is one of the drawbacks that every college is trying to point out to avoid digital or online classroom teaching. So in this digital classroom right now, as I said, it will be helpful in doing a lot of different things with respect to evaluation, connecting to students, and having a small conversation. It is not like having a live conversation and all. See, one more thing I just want to add up is that you would have felt it in your own life. That is, the more that we connect through WhatsApp or SMS or chatting, it's very easy for us to deal with people. I hope you all have experience. I don't know how many of you feel that. How many of you feel that text, SMS, or connected chat is like it is more connective rather than speaking, because we feel shy to speak in front of someone sometimes. But we can send a message. We can easily chat. So how many of you feel that chat is one of the very nice media to get connected to people early? So if you feel like that, just put chat in the comment section. So this chatting is always like important. So this platforms will also enable you to chat with students. There are many things that I have to tell you during the explanations, because if I just start speaking right now, I may not get into the website. I'll just speak right here only. So in the digital classroom sectors, we have 4 different. I have taken 4 different for comparison, because they are quite very well known, or they have got good features and all that they are having. So I have taken 4 of them for a small comparison that I have done to let you know what kind of digital classrooms we have, what are the different features they have got and all that. Right. To start with, I have the first one, first comparison I have here. So this comparison, to just have a small balance between the things, that is, the first thing that we should see is I am considering is Google Classroom, because Google Classroom is available for every one of us, because 90% of the email holders have got Google accounts. So it's the truth that we have. So when we have a Google account with us, so it's not a problem for us to go with it, right? So Google account will easily help us to get into Google Classroom. So that's always important. Yeah, I can see chat. I can see. Sorry, I did not see that time. Yes, Text SMS is very helpful to send messages while we can talk loudly in place and we can still send messages. That's right. That's right. Yeah, right. So these are very much important, right? So when we speak about Google Classroom, so Google Classroom has got an account. It's very easy. If you have a Google account, you can directly get into Google Classroom. It will not be a problem. So polling. So there are some things like poll or quiz and assignment. These are the three things that we actually keep students connected, and we are able to understand teaching, what the teaching that we are trying to follow, is it efficient or not, something like that. That we can do it by using poll, and we will be able to understand what is the knowledge that the student has gained. In a quick manner, we can go with quiz, and in an elaborated manner, you can go with assignments. So these three things, not just these three, we'll go for others also. So these three things are quite important with respect to evaluating ourselves and evaluating our students. So these things we can do. But to do all those things, we need an account, right? We need to get into a digital classroom. So that we can get in with, we have Google Classroom, we can get in directly, right? Is the Edmodo, okay. But if you don't mind, slides are not clear, they're selling. I think we have the slides clear. I have got the live to the other side. I think the slides are quite okay. Please do check with your internet connection, Madam Oswa. Please don't mind. So I can just give you a break, small break. You can reconnect if you want. I hope some others are finding it okay. So is there a problem with screen? So please tell me if there is a problem with the screen. Please put it in the chat box, because I find it fine here. Is it fine? Okay, fine. So I think it's fine. So, okay, thank you so much for the response. Just check your internet connection. If you want me to just go back or come back, just put it in the comment section. I have my feed. They'll help me out to go back and come back. Okay. Thank you so much. So continuing, so that is about Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, what I found the problem was, what is the poll? We are not able to go with poll. Poll is available with an external add-on. So we have an external add-on available in Google Forms. By using that, we can use poll. The quiz, again, quiz is also conditioned, because quiz is, we have an option of quiz in Google Forms. So if you want to go for quiz and all, we use Google Forms and we assign quiz, so that we can do. But in that, there is a problem that initializing the time, scheduling it, and terminating the time with respect to time calculator is not directly available. If you want to use all those things, you have to get into add-ons, use those add-ons, and you can put it here. So that is an option you have. So this is about Google Classroom. So assignment, you can do it. You have an assignment option there. You post an assignment. Students can see that as an assignment only. You can give instructions for all those assignments. Once you have the instructions given, they can submit an assignment there itself. You will be able to take up that assignment, see that in your screen, evaluate it, and put some marks to it. You can do that. That is there in Google Classroom. So let me come to Edmodo. So Edmodo, for me, is more efficient. Okay. Here we have got registration. We need to do registration. And while doing the registration, we have the option of selecting whether we are a teacher or we are a student. If suppose we become a teacher, then we can act like a student. So it is, the option is available. So you can, if you are a teacher, just go with teacher as a teacher. If you are a student, then go as a student. If you go as a student teacher, and if you try to connect to a classroom, there are some problems like understanding your gradings, submitting the assignments. These things, turning in the assignments and all that becomes a bit complex in Edmodo. So if you are please instruct your students to log in as a student itself. For the time they are in a school or a college, whatever it is, tell them to log in as a student. And then we have poll. Yes, poll is directly available. To create a poll, just create a poll, keep it ready. You can post it with a single touch from your mobile phone. That's always nice, because we have an app available for Google Classroom and for Edmodo and all that. So just in the app, you get into the app, select your classroom, just say that you just post a poll. Prepare it everything in the early, before just getting into the classroom. Create a poll or create a quiz. Sometimes, like, you can also do, like, you have got class at 9 o'clock, you will complete class by 10. So what you can do is quiz at 9:50. So you schedule it in your app. You don't have to push the quiz there. You start the quiz at 9:50, start it by 10 o'clock. So get into the classroom. You have your watch timer on, and by the time you complete or near to 15 minutes, you stop your session, try to conclude your session, get into Edmodo, answer the quiz. Like maybe 5 questions in minutes, and then okay, so something is there, some problem we have. Okay. Is the audio clear now? So just tell me if the audio is clear. I'll continue. Just type S in the comment section. Ready. It's fine. Yeah, thank you for the response. Okay, so there was a small problem with the streaming system. Okay, it's fine now. Okay. Okay, we have some Balu Karma Mala. Okay, I'll check that. Thank you so much for the response with respect to that quiz. I'll check on that. And we'll get back to you. Thank you so much for identifying that problem. We'll see to that. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I think things are fine now. Yes, I have a good connection now. Oh, sorry for the delay. Please don't mind. So in Edmodo, you can do that. We have got an option to poll, and then we can also give online quiz at that moment, anytime you want. And you're able to take that quiz also for the assessment. Grading is also possible. Automatically, it will be done, not a problem. And assignment. So assignment with assessment, it is available. So what is that specialty? I'll tell you that when I'm explaining that website. Then we have got Talent LMS. So Talent LMS is one of the things that we can use. So in Talent LMS, what we can do is we are able to use as usual, just like your digital classrooms. But there is a problem that This talent LMS comes with small charges. The small charges, not like for every digital classrooms. For some of the features, we have got that. So with respect to that, if we are supposed to go and use multiple features of Talent LMS, we may have to pay to it. So there is a paid version of Talent LMS which has got multiple objectives, and there's these points that are available with us. Then poll. So we have something called a survey there. So it's almost like poll. Survey, taking a response, and poll is almost same. But the poll is something like it will be able to give you and identify the more responses with respect to any objects or options that you have given. Survey will be something like you will be able to take it and for considerations, and you may have to do it for the next time and all that. Survey would be like that. So it's almost same, but there is a small difference, very small, a thin wired gap between those two things, like poll and survey. Utilization are quite different, that's all. So we have quiz, yes we have. Then assignment, yes we have. Then the assignment services are quite through different applications. They have got some add-ons available with it. Then comes Schoology. These Schoology, they have got registration and they are actually free, but their registration process is quite different. That's all, nothing different, nothing else. And then Poll, they have a separate external connection they have got, it's available. Quiz is also available, externally it is available. Assignment is all directly available. But for Talent LMS and Schoology, assessment is of a different kind. So we have a small change with respect to assessment. So then we speak about other things. How do we have the features connected to all of us? So with respect to connection for the other things, first of all, the Google Classroom, we have a common platform for teacher and student. If you have a Google ID, then you can just get into Google Classroom. You will become a teacher if you create a classroom. You will become a student if you join a classroom. It's a very simple thing. I think you can understand. If you create a classroom, you become a teacher. The features of teacher you will get. If you join a classroom, you will become a student. So that's a small difference that we have. Then we don't have parent hold on it. If suppose the email ID of the student is original and the student is less aged than 13 years, only then you can have parent hold on it, because it is a feature that has been given by the Google. If not, it is not possible. Grading, it is it's possible, but there are some conditions with respect to the usage of grading. But in Edmodo, we have different logins. We say we are a teacher while signing up. We say we are a student when we are signing up. And we can change that whenever we are done with being a student, and if you are transforming yourself from a student to a teacher, then you are able to change it. That's there. Then parent hold, yes you have. You are able to connect a parent to each and every student with their own ID. They can even log in as a parent, and they can get connected to the connection as a parent. So the parents will get the continuous update, like whether the assignments are submitted, what are the quiz marks they are getting, are they being trying to active in the class, or whatever that you want to say. You are able to deliver it directly to the parent. So we are able to keep our students not just connected with us, but also evenly monitored by the parents. So many complexities can be reduced through that. I know you people would have come across many different problems where parents will not be knowing about what this son or daughter is doing, and all those problems we have seen being in a college. So these problems can be easily distanced from that. So the next thing that will be is grading. In Edmodo, you have complete grading. It's a nice grading point you have. Quiz you have, it will be graded automatically. Assignment you have, you just put the marks there, it will be graded. You're able to, like maybe some students do not have smartphones. What to do? Now they'll come up with a hard written assignment. They're giving you an assignment, hard assignment. So are you supposed to take that mark separately? No, you can directly get into the Edmodo, create a student account, put the marks there and ask it to grade, no problem. Sometimes what we do is that you are able to create some resubmission of assignments. Students would have not completed the assignment sometimes. You would give an instruction that you write this and resubmit it. So you may have given some marks, some X marks for the first time, the first submission. Then when you ask for the resubmission, after resubmission, you may feel like you can increase the marks and you can do it. It is not like you cannot edit the marks. So all these options are available. Editing is quite sometimes important for us. Then Talent SMS. We have separate login as for the teachers and for the students. Parent hold, it is there. It will be available with respect to the purchase, and it will be a mass licenses that are available. And then grading, it's available in Talent SMS as such, same, nothing, no different. So I'm not going to explain too much on that. Then comes your Schoology. The Schoology has got separate login for students and teachers, that's same. But parent hold, it's a condition. It is not for everyone. Again, if you go with the mass license from the college or something like that, then I think you will be able to connect your parents also. Grading, they have grading with a small external support they have with Schoology. So this is all about what we are looking at. If things are clear for you all till this time, so just type clear so I can get into the real window and I start explaining about the classrooms for you all, because we are running out of time, I think. That's why. So everything is clear. Please type clear in the comment section. So I find clear from will be fine, and I'll be just continuing with it. Okay, Edmodo is open source. Yes, it is open source. I'm telling you, it's free, right? So it's open source. It's free. And Edmodo has got a one speciality, that is Edmodo is almost like your social medias also. You are able to connect to teachers all over the world. You are able to share your post, your lecture, or your video, your notes to all over the world. It is not just for your class. You can do that. You can share it to anyone. So that is a speciality, just like your Facebook and all. You can do that. Edmodo is nice. So if things are clear, I'll just go ahead. Sorry. Okay, comments hung up for me. It's clear. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm getting it. Fine. Thank you so much. So let me go ahead now. So the first thing that we will be speaking is it's simple and free. Why am I going with special or any specific digital classroom for the explanation during our session is because it is very much simple and it is free. So two things are there. If I give you something for free, and if I create too much of complexities in it, then also people will not like it. The other way around, if I give it very simple and if I charge for it, again there is a problem with the people, like will not be able to take it, because there are some reasons. Why should I invest? For what reason I should invest? What am I getting back from it? So there are a lot of questions to be answered when we are investing. But a service is different. So we have services available, and the first thing that we'll be speaking is about the services that we are speaking about, the Google Classroom. So we'll be speaking about Google Classroom, how to create an account, and all that we'll be speaking. So that is about your Google Classroom, and then we'll be speaking about Edmodo. So Edmodo is also free for us, and we will try to know about the Edmodo and what are the different features that are available with Edmodo. So many things we are gonna use here. So these special things that we'll be getting would be more efficient and will be more helpful for us. The next thing that we'll be speaking, we'll get into the classroom then. So we will try to see what that we have to learn when we want to go with the usage. Okay. So can we start? We have the countdown coming up. So I'll run things in the incognito, because the different logins should not be disturbed. So you can keep your Edmodo account on your Google account always signed in your laptop. You suppose your laptop is personal, so try to have that in your mind whenever you are trying to give away these things, because these things matters with respect to grading of a student. So let you not lose those things. Okay. So it is something like a trust that you have with your institution. So let you not break that. So if you are personally using your laptop and if you're not giving it to in the hands of anyone else, then you keep your logins as simple as possible. Okay. So I'll start from the talent LMS. So this is the LMS, Google Classroom I have. The link for Google Classroom is directly you can get into Google Classroom. Or else what you do is you can type google.com. Enough. When you get into google.com, don't search for something, because we have an option available here. If you find that you can directly sign into your Google account, here we have, so you can directly sign into your account, so you can easily use it. Just give me a second. Okay, fine. So there are some queries like they're asking like which is best and all that. So I'll respond to you, sir, once I conclude. When I come back, I'll also give you different features of all these things. Once you see the features, then you take a call, because it's not me who is using always, because it's you by the end of the day that you will be using the service. So you should feel that it is easy. So there are things which your requirement, whatever the requirement you have, and whatever the other things that you want with respect to the usage, all these things must be properly known. Then you decide which is good and which is bad. So fine. So once you get into google.com, you can sign in. At the right top corner, you have this point where you can sign in, right? This is the sign in part you have. So once you have got that signing part, so you can easily get into that. So here we go for sign in. So once you get into signing, then you will be able to give your accounts, right? You'll be having your accounts and all that. You can directly enter your account. So I'll go with my, first of all, I'll go with my personal account. I have my account here with Google, and so once you get into Google here, it will not take you to any Google account, nothing. It'll just keep you in the Google as it is. Once you have that, here you have the option to get in. So we have Google Apps available just next to the login photo or whatever that you have given. Next to that, at the right top corner, you are able to find something called as Google Apps, right? So once you get into the Google Apps, click on Google Apps, then you can find multiple Google Apps available. So we all know that your account is a Google account we have. Then search, map, YouTube also a part of Google account. So then you have Play Store, those things, and then we have Gmail. So we have Contacts, Drive. These things you will be regularly using. But once after all these lists, so if you find it like this, so it will be coming down with respect to the access, whatever you want. So you have got Google Docs and all those things. In there, you can find something called as Classroom. Click on Classrooms. So when you click on Google Classrooms, you will be directed to Google Classroom. And since you have an account already with the Google will not ask you to create any account. You're ready to start with your class. So since you are a teacher, what you do is click on the plus mark we have here. So where you can create or join a class. So click on that class, and then you just have to create a class. If you are a teacher, please you click on create a class. If you are a student, then for an option of being a student, they'll give join a class. Okay. So I'll go with the create class first, and then I'll tell you what is the procedure for a join class. Join class procedure is very simple. We will have a small code that will be given by the Google Classroom. We just have to share with the students and they can join our class. It's very simple. So if I have to create the class now, so once I create the class, it will ask that. So what is the thing that you have? What is the conditions they have given? So Google Classroom with respect to schools and all, if you want to use it, then they do have one more option of purchasing G Suite for education. So I think you people know already about G Suite, right? So these G Suites you can purchase only if you have an account through G Suite from your college or something like that. I think you people would be having your own college extensions like XYZ at abc.com, where once you get inside, if you observe the complete feature will be exactly like Gmail if you are using it. There and all, you can use the features of G Suite. G Suite will come up with many different things. So G Suite has got a lot of different advantages and all. So if your college is giving you an official email ID which is actually connected to Gmail, then you are very much fortunate to use many features under G Suite. So you continue, then what you do is you need to create a class. How do I create? I need to say that which is the class that I have. So I'm speaking about, since with respect to me only, I'm creating a class which is of a department that is ECE, and I have, I'm also speaking about a semester that is 6th semester class. So I'm speaking about, so I have a ECE department, semester 6 class I'm creating. So if you have any section, you can give A section or B section of your option. Then you specify your subject, whatever that you want. So I specify that it is computer communication. So once you have given the computer communication, then you can specify the room, which room you will be using. Usually something like I'll call it as EC102 is my room where I'll be teaching my classrooms and all that. So this is how I create a classrooms. Once you're done with it, click on create at the right bottom. Once you click on create classroom, you will be able to have your classroom created. So you have your classroom now. So this is your first classroom, right? So you have got some suggestions also with respect to the Google also. It will also help you in giving you more information. You are able to learn uh, everything through internet. So possibly you can just use it. Once you start using it, the more you use it, it becomes more easy, right? So going ahead, so we have the class now created. So here you can observe that we have stream. Stream is nothing but your whatever the post you do. This is the upgraded version of Google Classroom. So just like maybe some 6 months back when I was using it was completely different. This is something different. Okay, first thing that you should do is you need to bring students in, right? You need to have your students in the classroom. So when you want to have your students in the classroom, you just have to share this classroom code. So you can observe that just before the name of the class and everything, here you have the name class code. So I have just selected it. So you can have that class code. So you can share this class code with everyone, right? You do have Google Classroom app available. You can just download that Google Classroom app from Google Play Store. So you can directly just give your login, your email, Gmail login. It will already there in your mobile phone. So if the same thing is there, or if it is a different one, you can have a different login and you will get the classroom there also. You just have to share this ID with people. Okay. So first of all, it's a big request. Kindly don't try to practice it in the parallel session. You may miss out something. You can just keep a notebook and a pen, try to note it down. If you're already there with it, then it's fine, no problem. If you have got multiple devices with you, then also you can try. But if you're running out between two different tabs or something like that, then try to avoid it. Maybe we may miss out something in between, right? That's why. Or else you do have got an option to display wherein it comes up big. You can take a photo of it and you can just send it to your students, right? This is one of the easiest method to add your students into the classroom. So once they get into the classroom, what happens is they come up below this option called people. Here you will find your students. So you are the teacher, you'll get students. And we have an option in all the apps, frankly speaking, you can add multiple teachers. If suppose you are having a team of teachers who are handling the same subject, in that sort of situations, you can go and you can add teachers. So you can invite teachers. You can just give their email ID and you just say that I want him to be the teacher. So let me say that I'm just giving you an example here, xyz@gmail.com. So if I say that I have something, so there is an email available, it will search for the name and it will give you the information then and there itself. Once you have that, you just click on that person and just you can give invite. So if you click on invite, this person will be invited. So right now I don't know who is, so I'm not considering that anything. So I can go with some my own the other mail ID we have. So I have another mail ID, which is the other one I have. So I can invite. So I can just invite, giving an invitation. I'll get an notification in my email saying that you have been invited to be the teacher. There the other person can accept the invite. So once that person accepts that invite, then you will be having that person also as a teacher in your account. So you can find it here. So I don't know how far you will be able to find it. So I have my phone here. So here you can see that the mail I have got. So this mail says that you have an invite from the whatever the faculty teacher you have. So you can just invite that person here. So you can just join. So you just, if you click on join in the mail, so if you observe that join there, then you will be able to have that faculty as a teacher with you, right? So then students will come down automatically. Even you can add students by typing their email IDs. So name, it's a very big deal to search off, but email, it's fine. If you have the list of emails and all those things, you can just go on typing the emails. You can just even connect that emails and share the details there. So if you have that, you can have students at. So I don't know how far you people were able to mobile screen becomes a teacher automatically. So this invited option goes off. Okay, that's how things are. So let's come to classwork now. So stream, okay, I'll tell you about stream also. Stream, if you want to share something, you have a material to share, then you can just click on that. You will get a pop-up window wherein you can put data, comment, or something like that. You can create an announcement, assignment. You want to add it there by using the create section. Bro? So always you try to plan a post always with respect to the usage. So you will be able to get connected through. Okay, fine. It's good for me. Voice break. I'm just voice break. Just give me a second. Thinking out with respect to the connection I have. It's fine. I think it's fine. Is it fine? Fine. Okay, just a minute. I'll try to improve the streaming quality and try to see that if suppose something is possible. Okay, I'll repeat. That's not a problem. Okay, sir. Fine. Okay. Fine. Continue. Okay, thank you so much. So here, when you click on the post, then you will have this option. You can have things, you can save it for next time and you can do it. So once you have it, you will get a post stream. You need to post it. So you can post it commonly to any class. So you don't have to select. So here you can select the classes. In the left-hand side, you have teaching there. So here you can go for any class that you want. Here I have got only one class here. If I create multiple classes, you can have multiple classes here under the teaching and left side options you have available with. Okay, so then what you do is, if you want to click on the stream, you want to post something, there you will get an option to select. Just click on post. Once you have click on post, then you will be getting an option. You can select to which class you want to send. Since I have only one class here, this drop down has been locked. If you have multiple classrooms, then this drop down will be active and you will be able to select which classroom that you want to send this data to. Then comes students. What type of students you want? You can create students like simple students. Thank you. I have a student that here. Thank you so much, Mr. Srinivasa M. So you are able to select if you want to specifically connect to any specific students, you can connect to that person. Or if you want to create some small groups in the people, you can create those groups. And or for all students, you can select all students. So when you all students, it will be for everyone. So what do you want to share? Let us say I'm supposed to material here. So I'm creating a material. I want to share a material here. So if I share a material, I say material. About what? So about my FDP now. For now, I'm sending something about FDP. So I want to add say I'm adding it, right? If you create a post, you just click on the file. You can just bring in a file, whatever that you want. Like drag and drop is also possible, or else you can upload it some file from finding out here. So I'll go to my desktop now. So in my desktop, I have my FDPs. So in my FDPs, I have a small file. I'm just trying to show it. So I have my PDF here. So I'll go to that my classroom and I'm just dropping it here. So it's added. So once the file is added, then if you give upload, the file gets uploaded. So we have uploaded, then you can just go there and post it. It will be there just like or any other social media. Students are able to see all the posts in a regular feed. So we call it as a feed, right? So once the upload is done, you have the post ready that is connected. So you click on post, then this posting will directly go. So this is all simple. So we can find it at 1203. We have a teacher posting material called an assignment, then what you can post later here, that is also one of the things you have, are quite less for the students. So if when you create, you can create that. You can create an assignment, you can create a quiz assignment, you can directly post a question where students can type or attach a material or something like that. You can post a material here directly, as same as that you did it in the stream. Stream will give everything you do here also, it will be posted there. Students will be able to see everything easily, right? And then we have, you can reuse, means you would have created an assignment or something like that and repost it. Okay, we have a problem with the video and audio. I can see excellent streaming. Is it fine now? Kindly type yes. I'm just giving you a break. Hope you'll come back. Yes, it's fine. Okay. Fine. I'm getting okay now. Okay now. Okay. Yes. Fine. No, thank you. Okay, fine. So we have to give an assignment and all. You can create assignment and everything under classwork. Remember, it is under classwork. So you have a classwork, then you can create an assignment. So when you create an assignment, you give a title for it. You can create a title for it. Assignment, I'm calling it assignment 1. So first assignment I'm calling. You can give instructions that submit this assignment by studying from the material given earlier. So I have given some conditions, what the instruction that I have given. So once I gave the instruction, you can attach, if you have got instruction file or something like that, you can attach a file here. You can attach from file or any YouTube. If you want to ask them to watch a video and then answer the assignment, you can give an attachment here and all that. You can even create your assignment. Before creating it, you make sure that you have attached something. And for whom, you have to select that. Remember that you need to have the selection here, wherein you select the classroom properly. Here you select for whom you are actually using this classroom, and for all students, what is the marks that you want to give. So I'll say 10 marks for this assignment. If you don't want to give any marks, what you can do is you can say ungrade. Ungrade means it will not be graded. It will be just simply for your usage or something like that. So specifically when you are giving assignments, try to give it for at least minimum marks so that you can use it for some different assignments. So you can create due date. So you need to create a due date and time. So I say that from today, I'm giving 2 days of time. So I'll by the end of that day, someone should submit. So what is the topic? If you want to create a topic, you can create here. If you want to create a rubric, because with respect to many of the colleges today, we are under MBA accreditation. So in the MBA accreditation, we need to create a rubrics, wherein the rubrics will be helping you out in evaluating the complete operation of a student very properly. So that is a specialty that we have. So you can include your rubric directly here. You can create a rubric or reuse something that is already there, or import from your Excel sheet. You need to create a sheet. So from that Excel sheet, you can import your rubric directly. So we will be able to make more analysis here in the Google Classroom. And then you just have to create your assignment. So you just have to create it from the docs or anything like that. If you have got something to add, you just create them. So after creating them, what you can do is you can assign. So before assign, you can schedule it. If you don't want to assign it now, you want to assign it after completing a class. So what you do is you schedule it by the end of today evening, the assignment should be assigned. So if you give that schedule, then automatically you will get, it will ask for time and date. So you specify date and time, that time and that date, automatically the assignment will be scheduled. If not, you can directly assign right now. So I'm assigning the assignment now. So once you assign the assignment, you can see that the assignment topic and everything to be there in under classwork available. So once you have that assignment and everything there, so it will also tell you that what is the due date here. You can see the due date is here. And if you want to get into and make some corrections, you can do that. You can open and do some editing also. You want to share this assignment with students, you can copy that and then share it. So once you have this assignment created here, automatically every student will get that information that there is an assignment created. And the same thing will also come up in the stream. So you can see that Ullas P has posted a new assignment here. So that we call it as assignment 1. So that is the time. So when they click on that, for you, it will come for the changes and all that, you will get it. For the other person, the student will see only that assignment date, due date, and instructions only. So once you get into the assignment, if a student turns in, let us say that Mr. Srinivas, I have a student here with me, has turned in. So if suppose he has turned in an assignment, then what we can do is we can accept that the person has turned in. So we have got that option, right? So what we can do is I can assign some marks to him. So I say I'll give 10 out of 10 for Srinivas, and I have given the marks to Srinivas. So now the Srinivas has assigned the marks and he has been got marks of 10 to 10. So this is like if suppose he has not submitted online, offline he would have submitted. So that you can observe that I have given the marks to that student. So that's simple. You want to see the instruction, whatever you typed, it's fine here. You want to edit it, you can edit, not a problem. Everything you can do. Once after, you can, if you want to delete the assignment, if something is wrong or something like that, you can delete the assignment anytime. So that is a specialty you have, right? So we'll go back. So in the classroom, now I have done that. So once I get into the people, now I'm able to see that. So the person has been allotted with the progress. So you just click on that person, you will see his progress. Mr. Srinivas Hen has been assigned with respect to a marks. So the assignment 1. So it has been assigned. Once the person turns in, say that it is turned in, you can see that person here. Then here we return with the grade. You want to return the response to the person once it is done. Then if there is a missing, then you can click that if something is missing that you have not evaluated, then you can click on that. So this is how you can see that there is a progress that you want with respect to that person, right? So this is about your person, where what you want to see the progress of the student and all that is available here. Okay. So this in this assignment, you can see what are the details that you have tried to give. All these details you can see here. So that is one of the options that are available with us. So this is about your Google Classroom. This is, I think it was quite easy for you all to use. I think it's fine for you now. Okay, I'm going fast. Sorry for that. We are running out of some time here. I'm sorry with respect to that. So here in grades, you can see that how many students you have given the marks, what all the things that you have waiting for return and all that. I have one student, he has already given, I have given him the marks that is 10 out of 10. So if you add another one, it will automatically come next to this assignment. It will come and sit here, and you will be able to see that the person has got a sequence of data, connections and all. And anytime you want to change it, you just click on the marks, you want to change it. I want to make it like 9 because I found that some correction, a mistake was there with respect to the marks. So I can just do it anytime, right? So this is how things can be done. So that doesn't mean that I'm giving less, Mr. Srinivas. I'm sorry for that. I'm just giving you full here. So this is how the assignment marks are assigned. So if things are fine, just give me a okay to it. Or if you're finding it difficult anywhere, just tell me which is the part which you're finding it difficult. So I'm telling you again, it's a big request. Kindly do not try to follow it the other side. You try to note down things by using a notepad and a pen so that we can practice it later. And we are always there for you to resolve your problems anytime. And you can just write back to us to info.diksoochi@gmail.com. Export with respect to the marks, yes, you can export here. So once you have this grade and everything available, you have got class average and everything available, you can easily export your data. It's possible for you to export. So whatever that you want grading, you can see here in the settings section. You can just use that, and you can use it for, you can directly use it for, you can see that, and you can have the categories and everything, grade calculations, everything you can export. It's possible here. You can change settings anytime, so it's always possible for you. You complete everything. So for all the helps and doubts, whatever you have with respect to these Google Classrooms, you're most welcome to contact us through info.diksoochi@gmail.com. So one of my associate will send you the email ID and contact number right now. So through that, through your WhatsApp or through email, you're most welcome to write to us. And you can find our WhatsApp number in your groups also. You can just add it there. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can export the whole classroom to next year. Possible. You just say that whatever the things you have, you can reset your grades here. You just reset your grades and whatever the grade calculations you have done. And once you just see that categories, you create a new category here under the grade category, and you can change the name of your classroom. Simply you say that semester 6 goes to semester 7, and you save it. So in the classroom hold the same, and all students will have their things as it is. Then you can also have changed this classroom if you want to hold all data in the same piece. And if you want to, because categories will be different, you will be able to see a different category with respect to the usage of classroom. And if you want to only bring in students to other class, you can create a new classroom. You can call all the students from that class to the other class. It will not be a big deal. Everybody can join easily. So that's not a problem. Okay, taking attendance, as I'm telling that attendance will be in terms of their response. If you ask, like you want to take a quiz. So what I said, like you create a quiz that you can do, right? You're taking a class during your regular days. What you do is you go in and you want to create a quiz. So what we do is we get into the classwork and create a quiz. Hard copy, if you want to evaluate. So I have a query that how do you evaluate hard copy? So hard copy you will evaluate, you can take the scanned copy submitted by the student, see in your laptop or your mobile phone, and you evaluate. If suppose it is submitted by hard copies to you, you evaluate here manually, because once it is submitted manually, you keep it manually. It's not there, it's okay with you. But once you're done evaluating, you can enter the marks directly to the Google Classroom, even though the person has not submitted the assignment. You saw just before for Mr. Srinivas, he has not turned in the assignment. It has been assigned only. But I was able to give marks to that person. So you can do it directly. No, we don't have any limitations with respect to that. You can attach as many students, because I have not tried. We are able to attach up to like 170 students I have attached of three different sections when I was taking the class. So we are able to attach. I think in one of the classroom we were able to connect more. So I'll open my previous classes, whichever that I have opened. I'll show you things, how we have handled that just after this, after 2 minutes. So what you can do, okay, first someone asked me like how to take attendance here. So when you want to take attendance here, what you can do is you create a quiz. So under your Google classwork, you can create, in that you can create quiz assignment. You give a title like quiz, you are taking it for this day. So the date I have is today's date is 12/05/2020 you have. So this is like you say, this is also considered for attendance. So when you specify that, you'll be able to have your students coming up there. So what you can do is you can create a quiz here. So whoever have turned in the quiz, that is the people who have attended your class. It's very simple. You have to due date. This is very much important. You try to create the due date. Due date means today I am taking a class right now. So my class ends up at 12:30, right? So what I do is I'll take today's date and I'll say that due date is 12:30. So it is 12:30 p.m. So when I say 12:30 p.m., within 12:30 p.m., the student should answer the quiz. If suppose he is not answering the quiz, then that means that person was not there in the class. Or you can extend as per your requirement. So when you have that things, so you can easily have assignment attendance also taken from this. So you have marks. You can replace all that marks into your Excel sheet and all those things. You can do it later. It is. Okay, how safe? It is safe. Google, of course, Google means it is always safe. Your data, you have kept many things. Your mobile phone is connected to Google always. You have a login of Google. So you can trust Google, and Google can always promise you to keep your data safe. That's fine. No, students cannot manipulate. As I said, if they join the classroom, they cannot manipulate anything. Only with your permission, a teacher can join your class or a student can join your class. So that means a student can never ever edit anything. So once the submission is done, it is done. So if suppose there is a change, the student wants to resubmit it, then he can request you and you can give an option for resubmission only when you do it. That's all we have. So you can find, we have sent a link here. We are sending the email ID. So I'll ask one of my colleague to send the email ID. Please send the email ID, that is info.diksoochi@gmail.com in the comment section, and also drop in our contact number 7892702575. So you can contact us through that. So this is how you can take attendance. This is one of the options you have. Okay. So I think it's quite clear about Google Classroom. more of it, whatever that you want to know or learn about Google Classroom, my biggest suggestion for you is you practice. It would be sometimes complex for you, maybe once or twice or thrice, but as you go on doing it for many times, automatically you will be the master of this class. So there are many upgrades coming up always. They try to give us something special always. So all these things will help us in pushing up our need with respect to the application that we are using. So moving ahead, I'm going for Edmodo now. So because this is Edmodo is also like has gotten approved or improved versions. The reason why we say Edmodo would be one of the good options for you is that Edmodo makes an option for you to connect with teachers all over the world. So it is not like you will only communicate with your student. You want to know something new about any topic or any technology, and if you want to learn about that, then you can easily ask different teachers available. So this is just exactly like your Facebook, but there are some restrictions for your class also. So when you want to sign up, just click on sign up. You have sign up available here at the right top corner. So click on sign up. Once you click on sign up, it will ask you whether you are a teacher or you are a student or you are a parent. So you can ask your student parents also to join Edmodo. It's a simple app that is available in Google Google Play Store. You can download it. You can create your teacher account here. Once you create a teacher account here, you just have to give your email ID. So I'm creating a new one and I'm giving a password for that, and email ID, and then I'll give you a password and all that. You can give a password for it, something, and you just get in. So you can also sign up with Google. This is one of the very advantageous thing that we are finding it every day, that Google is helping us to log into many different websites. So you can directly log into Edmodo through your Google account. So for demonstration purpose, I'll not like I'll get into my classroom because same posting and everything are almost same like Google Classroom. But I'll tell you like what are the different things we have here through my registered account. So this is my registered account I have. I'm getting into my registered account. So this is my registered account I have. So at this moment, I'm able to not just see my class, but I'm able to see people from all around the world. So someone has posted something. You are able to fetch data here. You're able to search for something. I say like, I want to find some computer communication notes and all. So you type computer communication. People who have posted something very relative to computer communication, you're able to take those details here also. You can find some classes. You can find some someone else who is actually taking up the class and all those things. You can see all that. So this is the importance why we say that going for Edmodo would be quite more useful for us. So in home you have, to the left hand side, you can see your profile. And this is your profile you have. So this profile here you can see your name, your college and all that. You can register your college. You can see your classrooms. I have multiple classrooms with me. So I can I can open the classrooms, whichever the class that I'm handling. So if I open the class here, computer organization, I have one of the class that I take here. So you can see that creating a classroom is exactly the same. So you can see that I have a code here also. You just have to share this code with your student. So you can directly share it here. You can share it as a PDF. You can invite through that person by email, or you just share this code. So once you feel that all your classroom or your students are already there, what you can do is you can lock. Once you lock that classroom, no student can join unless you give permission. So you get permission here in the notification section to the right top corner. In the notification section, you will get a notification stating that some student is asking you to join, and you will also get continuous notice that someone has submitted the quiz, they have submitted the assignment. So all these things you are able to see here, right? Where you see here, someone is asking. You can see that Mohammed is now a member. He's asking for some permission and all that you can see, right? In Google Classroom, we did not find any lock option, but here in Edmodo, we have that lock option available in Edmodo. You can lock that classroom once your class is done. Whenever you want to unlock it, it's just a simple click. You can unlock and you can share the code, right? It's very simple. Okay, fine. If you want to post anything, just like Google, you have got post here. You can create post. The extra thing that we have is create a poll. So we all can see this. We have an option called create poll here in this Edmodo, right? So if you want to create a poll, just click on the regular post and create a poll. So what you can do is, what is that you want as an option here? So you can just type that. How do you feel uh, the digital classroom is important? You can create that poll. You can say that very good, very important, average, right? So you can say not important. So if you just open this and if you just give this poll, you can ask your students to answer that. If you just click on this post, if you click on the post, it will be set. You can also, you are able to format your text. You are able to format your text, whether it should be a bold or something like that. So formatting and all, you will not do any formatting here directly. In the text only, you just have to make those changes, right? So you just have to give double star. So if you give at the start and at the end, if you give double star, automatically that statement becomes bold, italics, and all that. You can find that. So all double star, automatically that statement becomes bold, italics, and all that. You can find that. So all these things will help you to format your content. You can specify that which line is important, which line is to be observed. So underlining or making an italic or making it an heading, subheading. So all these things are available with simple options that are here. You just have to use star and you just have to use hash, and that will be more of, and it will be, you are able to attach. So let's say that you need to attach some image into the poll, means as a message inside the message rather than as an attachment. Then you can use this. So directly you upload an image to your Edmodo. From the Edmodo or any your maybe from any different address you have, you just have to use this img with proper colon. That is the link that is there, or the command that we see with respect to your HTML codes. So if you are quite familiar, maybe that would not be a problem. If not, you may find it a bit difficult. What you have to do, I just show that simply. So what you have to do is you open up the lesser than symbol, then you give img src. This is nothing but your img source. Then having this source will be trying to have the address. So what you do is you just give double colon inside the single path. You just have to copy an address. So address means maybe a Google image address or something like that. So I say www.google.com, under that some data, something like that. You give some, that image will be automatically embedded into this, and close it with a greater than symbol, and automatically an image will be embedded here. And the address, make sure that the address is proper. You have to take the fetch the address properly from the place where it is. If your system is a server, you can also post the image directly from there. Thank you. Okay, we have a small information we have. We are able to attach 20 teachers and 980 students. We are able to attach in Google Classroom. In Edmodo also, we are able to attach more than 15 teachers. We have not attached. If you ask me personally, I have not attached any more teachers. We have attached 15 teachers with respect to when we took up one of the placement and a common subject program. And we are able to attach 15 students, and we have attached up to 780 students here in the Edmodo. Okay, so here also I have one more class that has got like a bit less. That's all. Okay, so here how you do it. So assignment, if you want to create, and quiz you want to create, at the right side of your classroom name, you have a plus symbol here. So this plus symbol will help you out creating your assignment and quiz. So if you have got an assignment already created, you can use that. If you have got a quiz already created, you can use that. So both are available. And then if you want to use it with respect to the for the other purpose, then you have to go with this, and you can use it for creating an assignment. So I create an assignment here, and we can see that the assignment, to create the assignment, and we can give all that same as that of your Google Classroom. So I'll not explain too much here. So you are able to give assignment title for the assignment, and then you can give the instructions for the assignment, and you can attach, if you want to attach a link, YouTube link or something like that, you can do it. And you can also attach a file, instruction assignment or something like that. You can attach something from the library. Library means you have got a library available with you already in the Edmodo. You can find it here. You can find all the classes and you can see the progress of that. I'll come to that. Then you can discover means you connect with people from different nook and corner of the world directly. And then you can find library here. Library means whatever the data that you have uploaded till now in this Edmodo is all available there. Or how many different assignments you have created, quizzes that you have created, and everything, right? So you can see that materials, whatever the materials that you have submitted, what is the feedback that you want to take, all those things, everything you can find it in your library that is available. Messages. As I said, you are able to communicate to student personally. This is not there in Google Classroom. So you want to chat with a student or your student wants to communicate with you and try to understand something separately. See, I have a chat here. I have communicated with the student and he has tried to give out his problem and all something like that. So I was able to respond to that person very specifically and personally so that we were able to build up a small relationship between us. So this, as I said, when I started with our presentation, I said chatting is one of the very important thing for communication or creating a good relationship, right? So this is one of the platform wherein you are able to see that your students can communicate with you directly through messages, right? This is the other thing. So with respect to class, as I said, you get into the class section. Yeah, you can, yes. Just like your Google Classroom, you can lock your assignment. So you have an option there. So give me a second, I'll just show that also. So you create an assignment. When I create an assignment, you can just give a title and all, everything you give for everything, whatever the instruction that you give. When you click on assign at the right top corner, it will ask you the details. So what is the due date? You can say that due date is tomorrow or today or tomorrow. I'll say tomorrow, what time, what some time it is. Then you click on the option that is lock after due date. So once you click on lock after due date, it will be automatically locked. Then you can have the option also whether you want to add it to the grading book, you want to add it there, or you don't want to add it. So you can just, it's a very simple. You can create, open it, or your lock it. And the other thing is you can even schedule your post, your assignment post. Even that is also possible. Right? Just click on assign, it will be assigned. Right now I'm not assigning because this is a class that I'm handling, so I don't want to just disturb that class. That's why. Yes. With respect to message, we have a query. Yes, your messages becomes confidential. Only you can see that. With whomever you have to spoken, the student, that student, and you are the only access person to that, and it is completely closed. It is completely closed. Okay, so things are fine now. If everything is fine, just go on typing fine for me. I'm just concluding in just 10 minutes. Please bear with me. So I have last things to say about progress and all. So under this class section, okay, you can see the members. Who are the members you have within the class? Left hand side, you have an option here. So you head there, you have members. Click on members, you can find students. So in my class, I have got 52 students here right now. So I have one parent connected. Since I'm taking to engineering background, it's very difficult for our students to connect parents there. So I have one of my student connecting a parent with that. And we can easily see that who has connected the parent. If you observe that in the options, you have that. Even you can connect a parent. So that option is also there. If you connect a parent, student cannot remove that parent. So remember that. So if you want to connect a parent, if suppose there is if you have a connectivity with the parent and parents ask you to know, like I want to know my student's progress every time, then easily you can connect a parent just by clicking on this and giving their mail ID. They get into the connection. They can get an invitation. If suppose they are not there in Edmodo, they can easily get into Edmodo and they can get connected. Okay, like that. You can see all students and everything. You can even see their profile. What is their profile and all that. You are able to see that here. So and after that, the last thing that we will be speaking, kindly hold on. We are going with some progress and all. So what is the activity we have with respect to the student? We can see here. You can also give some progress. What is the progress that you have given with respect to the operation? So for my subject, the person's progress is 77.14. So any specific person. So we are able to see that. So through this, you can understand how responsive the student is, for what kind of responses he is supposed to give and all that. Everything you can see here. So and another one at the top, if you see, we have got options next to the Edmodo. You are able to see that there are some options, right? So under those options, what you can see is you have class. This symbol is for class. So when you just go on it, you are able to see what's due. So It will show you all due assignments, quizzes, and everything here directly. And you can also see progress. Click on progress to see how your students' progress is. So this is one of the easy thing which will help you to export data very easily, and everything you can do it here, right? So I have taken a class that is basic electronics, in which I did not give much of the assignments, but I'm able to see that I have got all my students who are scoring different marks, and they have got like different scores with respect to their submissions and all. And I can see their percentage of their scoring here. So all these things are made available here with respect to the Edmodo application. So you can add grade. If you want to add some grade, you can click on that person. You can, if you want to change that grade, you just say add grade, and you will just have to give the grade name and just give the grade. You want to change the marks, you can just directly click on the place. It's 5 out of 10 I given. I'll just get inside. I'll say that it is 10. So I say like, sorry, I say it is 10. So the assignment submission is done and the marks is uploaded, right? So this is how you can change it. So you can even see that what they have submitted. So if you click on that view submission, you are able to see what is that they have submission. Maybe it's a quiz or an assignment or anything. You are able to see that file here, and you are able to re-evaluate if there is a need for it. So there are always a query, right? So this is the quiz that I have seen. So I can see that how the student has answered my quiz. So first one, it is right. Second one is incorrect. So similarly, to the left hand side, you can see that all the quizzes, whatever the status that it is there, has been marked, and we can see that what is the total marks for it. So we have 5 out of 10. So if suppose there is a small change or anything that you have with respect to any errors, it is not that we will always be right. For at least for 10% or less than 10%, we will make errors. So as such, we were able to find out one error from one of our professor who identified that the answers with respect to the quiz that was submitted yesterday was not quite fine. So that you can do it here. So if there is a problem with the quiz for one question here, what you do is you get into the student account, whatever we saw here, you instead of giving 5, what I do is I'll increase the marks by 6, so that that person will get the ethical value for what he has done. So that is a specialty. Now I'll go to the other one, which has got multiple quizzes and all that. So you can see that how they are turning out your assignments or quizzes, everything. See, I have got multiple quizzes here, and I have got assignments connected here. So these many quizzes I have given for my students for these days, and they are able to answer. So most of them have answered, most of them have not answered. This is already there. So this will also give me, see, if you observe this, these also gives me as an assignment. This is my attendance. So this is just like an attendance. So for all the online classes that I have taken in the past 1 month, I have got the details here. So that means I have taken these many classes. I've got these many students attending. So I have got a data ready with me. So if I want to export, I can click on export. So when you click on export, you will get an option of exporting it as a CSV. You can find that the data is downloaded directly here. So that is a specialty we have, right? So these many things we have. Yes. With respect to NAC and NBA accreditations, using digital classrooms and online classrooms will definitely get you all required credits, because we are using something like what are the learning management system, LMS, you are using for your teaching purpose and all. For that LMS and all, you can add this Edmodo and Google Classroom as a different technology you are using for teaching and LMS and all that. It is useful for NAC and NBA. It is very much useful. Any other queries you have, please, you can just put it here, because I'm about to conclude my session in another 5-10 minutes. That's all. 5 minutes, I could say. That's all. Not much. So this is about grading and everything. So as I said, Edmodo, why I'm preferring it, I'm repeating it again. Giving an assignment, posting a material, and everything is as same as that of your Google Classroom, because I have explained everything very specifically in Google Classroom. The same way you can follow here for Edmodo. But the specialty, two specialties that we have here. One is that you are able to connect to teachers all around the world. See here in this page, in the home page, we are able to see a lot of teachers posting a lot of things about what they have learned and what they want to share with us, and many things are coming up. You are able to interact with many different teachers. You are able to connect with that person. You are able to see that person's profile. You are able to see what that person is actually posting. If things are quite useful, you can use it. Okay, we have a comment here. Interfaces in Google Classroom similar, but because once we have used Google. Okay, once you have used Google Classroom, I know it's difficult to get into Edmodo. The point what I would like to tell you is, you are using Google Classroom for this semester, maybe. For the next semester, when you want to create a new classroom, it will not be a problem. If you are taking a new subject, new students are coming up, you can easily evolve or move into Edmodo. I'm not telling that you jump into any specific Google Classroom here. So remember that I'm not specifying any Google digital classroom here. Whichever you are comfortable, you can go in. I'm just telling you the advantages what we are having here and what is that is important with respect to the usage here. Okay, so these help us in right. So these many things that are which are helping us with respect to the connections will be different. That's here by using Edmodo, you are able to connect to many. You will be able to connect with teachers only with respect to knowledge and technology. It's ourselves and add on things from our end, and we will be able to reach out to maximum. That's what we have. So we are able to see this. So this is one of the important things that I want to say about Edmodo. The next thing is that about messages. As I said, connecting personally with every student is also available here. So these 2 points, Edmodo is one step ahead of Google Classroom. Google is always very quick, and we think that Google Classroom will automatically upgrade themselves. They may give out many different features, and you have got different features with Google for purposes also. Okay. I think we are able to hear now. Video. Yeah. Coming up. Okay. Yes. So we have that. I'm just concluding it now. So these things you can see here in Edmodo, that options you have. So you can be able to see all those things. You can able to communicate with others. So I'm just concluding it for you all today. So I think we just went through Google Classroom, Edmodo, Talent SMS. I did not tell, but Talent SMS has got a package available from for the whole school and college. You can purchase that. You can ask your college or your school to purchase that. So once you have that, you are able to have the Talent LMS giving out many things. And then the other thing is that I would like to tell you is that we have the options of like for the completions of this session, I am going to conclude my session with two things. One is the takeaway, what we are going to learn from this. And the other thing is that where and all we can implement these ideas and all. So in the yesterday session also, we came up with all those things, right? So takeaways, we have that is the need for digital classrooms. So today we have understood what is the need for digital classroom, and we are able to see what all advantages we have with respect to digital classrooms, any specific advantages for different applications that I have tried to explain. Then features of different digital classrooms we are able to understand, and then we have also seen how to use it here. I hope things are fine. If you have got everything is fine, you can just give me a thumbs up, or you can just say fine, fine, or something like that, so I can understand there. And you are most welcome to feed in some comments here, wherein that okay, we have our email ID, connected email ID is the other one. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I think it's coming now. There was a small glitch, I think. It's fine. It's fine. Yes. So our email ID is infoinfo.diksoochi@gmail.com, and our contact number is 7892702575. We are always open for you. I'm getting some calls from some of the person, but sorry for those people who are trying to call me at this session. During the session, I was not able to take your call. I'll call back and I'll revert back to you. You can write to us at info.diksoochi@gmail.com, and you can get connected to our Facebook page called Diksoochi Mysuru, so wherein you will be able to see. So implementations, what is the implementations that we are able to take through this? So one is that we can reduce the complexity of our curriculum burden. So we can reduce that operation. As I said, the calculations and all those parts, if we can easily reduce, then we can make the ease of assessment. Assessment becomes easy. If you're giving quiz or polls, quiz-like kind of things for everyday calculations and all, you can call it as a daily assessment, which is important for your accreditation process and all. So in all those processes, you will be able to reduce the assessment complexity. You don't have to do it every day. It automatically happens, and you will get an Excel sheet prepared at the end of the day. So that's always good. Then you are able to build trust through your students. So you are able to connect to students through messages. You are able to have a proper personal communication. Then we will be having a transparency for all the assessments. So the students will be having a transparency, right? This is the right answer, this is the wrong answer. They'll understand. And that no question of like they are giving some preference to some other students. These problems, whatever we find being in a regular class, can be at least removed or reduced to somewhere around 50 or more than 50%. So these are the advantages that we have with respect to the implementation. So these many things we have with respect to our today's session, but we have got the next session coming up very soon, and we'll be having day 3. In day 3, we'll be able to connect to many things other than whatever that we spoke here. I'll be able to tell you that how do we create a video assignment. So I'm sitting in front of the camera right now. What should be my behavior? So how do I have to express myself? Those things we'll try to learn in the next session, that is tomorrow's session. And we'll be trying to have like, how do I create a video there? How do I actually make a creative assignment? How do I make them to do some creative assignments? How do I have to go with a different like hand raise and all those options when I'm taking online classes? And then how do I use live polling? We have got multiple live polling, free of live polling services available. So you can use that live polling there when you are taking online classes. All that you can do on all these things. I'm trying to bundle them into a small topic called online or live teaching. So this is what we are going to try to explore in the next session, and we'll be trying to know something more about it. and whatever that we know, we will be trying to share with you people. And all your suggestions and your comments should always flow to us. Do put all your comments and things down there. I can see a lot of things are saying thank you, nice and all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your responses here. And we are from, as you all know, we are from Diksoochi, and we are having an aim of connecting people with respect to their studies and their jobs, because we see a lot of students who actually study something and do something else, and they have got interest of something else and they do something else because of someone else's pressure. I don't say like parents are pressuring, but someone else's pressure on their own situations and all, they are not able to do it. For those students, for those young minds, we want to bring in a platform to help them sort out things, understand what is their interest, understand what they have to learn, understand what they want to become in future. So we want to bring in that bridge, and we build that bridge, very smooth bridge, not just taking student as a consideration. We will also consider their parents, their background, maybe economic background. Many things comes when we are actually speaking, like putting up a student into a stream. So we want to put that student into a proper stream. So we are trying that. So this is what the overall objective we have under Diksoochi. With all your support and your input suggestions, we will be try to evolve better, and maybe someday we will be there to help you, your students at your school or at your college. And we are just one click away from you people, and we are just one small request that I have to do is anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to reach to us, just we are a very small one click away from you, maybe WhatsApp, email, or you can also come and ping us in Facebook. The Facebook page is Diksoochi Mysuru. You can find our logo everywhere. So that logo, you can find it and you can just join us there. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so that we can just have you connected all the time, and we can update you with different videos and updates that we want to give you all. And we actually do this with no intention of money. Please remember, we are not doing things for intention of money, but there are some limited things that would involve, which will be of a very low in terms of cost and everything. So we are trying to bring a small era wherein education and job or sectors of jobs get connected. So we want to do that. So this is one of the things we have. So in tomorrow's lecture, we will be able to see the video or live teaching lectures. And so these things that are there with respect to the creations I have. So I hope we have tried to make many things clear for you all in this today's session. And any doubt you have with respect to anything, and anything that you want to ask, or any suggestions you want to put in that we can improve with this or that, please put it in the comment section, and you can write to us anytime. That's always there. And we are always happy to accept your suggestions and remarks. We will come back to you with better results in the future coming sessions. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, and thank you so much for being with us, and for a lot of comments here, giving us a lot of information and all that. Thank you so much. So we'll see you all tomorrow with a better thing. And any comments you want to add in tomorrow's session, or any repetitions you want, just drop in a comment here. We'll be open even another I think you are able to listen to me, and your comments will be of more important. I think audio is coming. I think I just closed the timings I had given for 12:50. I think the video transmission has been stopped. I'll just continue if possible. And we are coming down with the numbers also. That's fine. So I think things are quite clear. So kindly put in your suggestions, your remarks down there in the comment section. Thank you so much for being with us for this time, and a great pleasure for hosting this event with you all. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and quiz links will be shared in another 5 minutes. Please don't mind. I'll just share the quiz links in another 5 minutes in your WhatsApp group and in your mail and everywhere. I have my team working behind for all those things, and very sorry for all the glitches and problems that came up with technical things. So we will try to resolve that also. And some of the things I said 12 to 12:30, it will be a very big complexity with respect to data flow. And I hope we have made it better with respect to connectivity from tomorrow, considered to yesterday. Your suggestions are very much important. Do like our Facebook page, subscribe to our channel, so we will come back with many different courses in future. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Namaste. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.